What up, everybody? InstructaBeats back again. Today talking about our third video in our multiplication playlist for standard algorithm, multiplying a two-digit factor by a two-digit factor using the standard algorithm. So today I will be able to multiply a two-digit factor by a two-digit factor by using the standard algorithm. That's the objective for after you watch the video. And we want to start with conceptually what's happening when you're multiplying. So what is really happening when I multiply 65 times 76? So to do this, I'm going to use a different type of multiplication, not the standard algorithm, but something called partial products, which is a great way to learn how to multiply. We actually have a video on it if you want to check it out, partial products multiplication. And so I'm multiplying this 5, which is worth of 5, times a 6. And so 5 times 6 would be 30, right? And then 5 times 7, which is really a 70, 5 times 70 would be 350. So I'm going to write that part down, right? And then I have 60 groups, and so I have 60 times 6, which would also be 300, well not also, it would be 360. And then I have 60 times 70, which would be 4,200, right? And so really what you're doing when you're multiplying is you're taking, you're trying to find 76 groups of 65, but we break it apart using our place value knowledge in the digits that are in each place value, and then we can add these together. And so that'd be 8 plus 4, which would be 8 plus 6, which is 14. I'm going to regroup my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9, and then I have my 4 in the thousands place. So my answer is 4,940. So conceptually what's happening is we're using our digits in the place value knowledge to multiply these together. So now let's take a look on how to make that a little bit faster, because that is a lot of work, and so that's why we like the standard algorithm. Plus it makes multiplying with decimals really easy when you get to it. So how do you multiply big numbers? First of all, you line up the digits and you go from right to left. When you've multiplied the ones place on the bottom factor by all the digits on top, then we cross out, add your 0, and erase. These are 3 very important steps that you do every time if you have a digit in the tens place. And then our last one, you do the next digit, so which would be the digit in the tens place, the same exact thing from right to left. So let's look at an example. Even though this is the same problem we worked on for when we did it conceptually, right? We want to kind of always circle this word when we see it, product, because product means the answer to multiplication problem. And both of these have 2 digits, but I like to put my bigger number on top whenever I'm doing this, just to kind of keep in the same habit. So I'm going to put 76 on top. Commutative property says you'll get the same answer if you do it correctly if you put 65 on top. And we want to start with our ones place and multiply by each digit in the top number or top factor going from right to left. So 5 times 6 is 30. We want to regroup our 3 and circle it. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 3 is 38. I have now multiplied all the digits up top by the digits in my ones place. So I'm going to cross it out, add my 0, and erase any number I put up here. I'm done with the 5 in my ones place. That's why I crossed it out. I have to put my 0 here because I'm really about to multiply by a 6 in the tens place. So 6 times 6 is 36, but really because it's 60 times 6, which we just showed conceptually, it would be 360, which means I need to put my 0 here first, right? And so now that I've crossed out, added my 0 and erase, I can do the next digit, which is in the tens place, by all the digits on top, again going from right to left. So 6 times 6 is 36. Carry your 3 and circle it. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45. I've now multiplied all the digits by the digits in my tens place, and so my next thing is I just add up my two products. 8 times 6 is 14, carry 1 and circle it, you get 9, 4, and you get the same answer, 4,940. So you might want to try a couple of these. So go ahead and try this one, pause the video, see how you do, and then you can push play to check your work. So hopefully put the bigger number on top, which would be 35, and I'm going to line my digits up, that's 23. I want to go from right to left. So 3 times 5 is 15. I regroup my 1 to my tens place. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 would really be 10. I multiplied all the digits on top by the digits in my ones place. Now, a major misconception is some people do 3 times 5, then 3 times 3, and then want to multiply 3 times 2. Well, you're never multiplying the ones place by the tens place in your own digit, right? That'd be kind of like fighting your own teammate. If you're a tag team wrestler, you always want to wrestle the other team, the opponent, not your own team. But now that you're done with the 3, we can cross out, add your 0, and erase. So I have to put my 0 here because this is really a 20, which means my answer is going to be 2 times 5, which is 10, which is really 100. So I go ahead and put my 0 here. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry my 1 and circle it. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm going to add these together. And my answer, or my product, is 805. So my variable A equals 805. If you've got that, you feel confident, you're ready to go ahead and fast forward to the challenge question. If you're not there yet, go ahead and keep watching for more practice. So now we have 45 times 67. Go ahead and pause it. Use your commutative property, put your bigger number on top, and then push play and see how you did. So we have 67 times 45, right? And so I start my ones place. I'm going to go right to left. So 5 times 7 is 35. I'm going to regroup my 3 and circle it. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 3 is 33. I'm done with my ones place. I'm going to cross out, add my 0, and erase. So now I multiply my digit in my tens place. I always go right to left. So 4 times 7 is 28. Carry your 2, regroup it. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. And you add your 2 products together. 5, 11, regroup, 10, regroup, and 3. So your product, T, is going to equal 3,015. If you feel good with this and you're ready for the challenge one, go ahead and fast forward. If not, we have a few more problems. For this one, go ahead and pause it. Try it. Again, use your commutative property to put the bigger number on top. So I have 76 times 25. And I'm going to start my ones place. I'm going to go from right to left. So 5 times 6 is 30. Regroup my 3 and circle it. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 3 would be 38. I'm done with the digit in my ones place, so I cross out, add my 0, and erase. Now I'm going to go in my tens place, right, which is why I put my place value holder here. And I'm going to do 2 times 6, which is 12. Regroup my 1 next to the digit I multiplied up top by. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. I'm going to add my 2 products together, and my answer should be, that's 4, 9, 1. My product is 1,900. So P equals 1,900. So if you're feeling confident you got it right, or if you're not there yet, we still have one more practice problem, and which is actually our challenge question. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, and everybody's going to try this. Here's our challenge problem. What is the product of this number in super expanded form and this number in word form? So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what number this is and what number this would be. And then you can use your standard algorithm to multiply them together. So go ahead and pause it, try to figure this out, and then we can check it. So hopefully for this number you figured out you have a 3 in the tens place and a 4 in the ones place, and this number is just 53. So now we just want to find the product, right, which means the answer to a multiplication problem. I'm going to put the bigger number on top using my commutative property, 53 times 34. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to regroup my 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. I'm done with all the digits up top by the digits in my ones place, so I cross out, add your 0, and erase. So now I'm going to do the 3 in the tens place, which is really a 30. So 3 times 3 is 9. Again, 30 times 3 would be 90. That's why I put that 0 there. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to add my 2 products together. regroup right there at the 10. That should be 8. And my product to my challenge question should be 1,802. As always, check us out at InstructaBeats Official, which is our YouTube channel. You can follow us at Instagram at InstructaBeats. Please subscribe. Please check out our standard algorithm song to help you remember the steps that we talked about today. And if you want to learn more about different ways to multiply, you can check out our open array method instructional video and our partial products instructional video. InstructaBeats out!